Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Colorado Cardboard Kings, where we like to open stuff and we like to share it with you guys. Today we're looking at some old school stuff that I happened to pick up. Nothing super exciting. I mean, we're looking for like a Nolan Ryan, we're looking for a Ken Griffey Jr., we're looking for George Bretts, we're looking for Roger Clemens. This is 1991 O-PEE-CHEE Premier. This is right at the height of the junk wax era. So although it says Premier, it is really not much Premier about it. When it came out, I remember it was pretty fantastic, but this is far from Premier. Average price of these cards, probably 5-10 cents each. But let's see what we can find. Ken Griffey Jr. would be a good card to pull. Nolan Ryan, always great. And I think that's just about all that you get out of this, or just a bunch of standard cards. I don't remember if there was any inserts, but let's get to cracking. Comment below, let me know what you guys think as far as O-PEE-CHEE Premier, if you remember opening any, or if you've opened any of this product. It's kind of fun to get into some of this old stuff. You know, that at one time, I mean, look, it's in gold foil wrapper, guys. I mean, you can't get any more Premier than that. I mean, look at that. Just great looking wrapper, right? Of course, O-PEE-CHEE, you guys know, O-PEE-CHEE is Topps, but out of Canada, right? So you got O-PEE-CHEE Premier, and then you had O-PEE-CHEE 1991, which looked almost exactly like the Topps 1991, but it said O-PEE-CHEE, and in a lot of cases, some of that can be worth a little bit more money. And by the same regards, you had Donruss, which was US made, and you had Leaf that was Canadian made, and so some of those Leaf cards are worth a little bit more. So let's get going. There's quite a few here. So all right, we got Jeff Conine, Eddie Murray, Luis Sojo, Pat Tabler, Barry Bonds. It's a good looking card. Jack Clark, Ray Langford, and George Brett. Look, we've already in the first pack pulled two of the cards that I kind of wanted to pull from this. So that's exciting. Cards are super thin. They're super thin stock. Backsides look pretty good, but you can tell it's like they were getting thinner in production. They were pumping more out. And that's the excitement that a lot of folks had during this kind of age of card collecting. Was there was so much product, so much excitement, and the market just got saturated. So I'm hoping that, you know, I've heard some news lately with Panini, you know, releasing select retail and things like that. I'm really hoping that something like that doesn't happen. I think that will kind of hurt the market, but you know, we'll have to just wait and see. All right, Willie Wilson, Dave Stieb, Willie Frazier, Lance Dixon, Kirk Gibson. If any of you remember that Kirk Gibson walk-off home run that he did with his leg hurt, that was pretty amazing. Eric Davis, he was one of my favorite players back in the 80s, and fantastic player. Alex Cole, and look at that, guys, Ricky Henderson, 939 stolen base, May 1st, 1991. Cards actually are pretty well centered, so that's kind of got me happy. I've had some O-PEE-CHEE Premier that everything has been off center, and it looked like somebody had cut the cards in their garage. So, all right. You know, all of this gold packaging just has you making you think that you're opening something just super rare, and because it says Premier. So, all right, Jeff Reardon, Otis Nixon, Gary Scott, Mike Brodecker, Tim Wallace, Dave Stewart, and Dave Winfield. Of course, some good Hall of Famers are going to be popping up in there, but at the very end of their career, with this product or any other product, probably from 91, you're not going to get a lot of excitement as far as value is concerned, but still, it's fun to collect. All right, Glenn Davis, Darren Lewis, Carlton Fisk, Mo Vaughn, he was a hot one during the day. Tony Gwynn, Frank Thomas, Big Hurt, I like that car. Fred McGriff, Crime Dog. That guy was he was hitting a lot of home runs. And Hoobie Brooks. Of course, again, like I said, these cards value, at least right now. Who knows if a lot of this just gets thrown away over the years, if the value will appreciate. But as of the way it sits right now, it's probably worth about the same amount if you were to take it down and recycle it. So, all right, Bernard Gilkey, Roberto Alomar, really good looking card. Dave Parker, Ozzie Smith, Cal Ripken Jr., Roger Clemens. Look at that. That was a good pack there. And Denny Martinez. All right. Well, that was good. We're gonna pull all of our good players out of the first couple of packs. Then I guess we're done. We'll save the other packs for another day, or sell them on eBay for 25 cents a pack. So, all right, here we go. Chris Hoyles, Dave Smith, Leo Gomez, Jose Offerman, Dwight Evans, Terry Shumpert, Brian Barbs, and Dane Rigetti. So that was a miss. That was a strike on that pack. I think there's only 6 rookies in this, to be honest. There's not a whole lot. So, Sean Dunston, Ryan Sandberg, Juan Gonzalez, another great player. Paul Motor, great player. Greg Olson, Pina Cavaglia, Tim the Rock Reigns, Hall of Famer, and Mark Whitten. Again, there's some fun cards. My brother, really, shout out to Darren Warnick of Greenies in Richland, Washington. A huge fan of Tim Raines, so I might have to talk to him about sending him that Tim Raines card Digest collection. He's got several autographs and some rookie cards, so that was kind of his guy that he collected as a kid. But all right, Tim Nearing, Danny Jackson, Moises Alou, and the greatest player to ever play the game, Jose Canseco from the Athletics. Henry Dawson, Danny Darwin, Andres Galarrega, and Brett Butler. Jose Canseco, you never know. They might change the rules, get into the Hall of Fame, and a lot of these guys that juiced might find their way in one day, maybe with an asterisk by their name. But either way, watching him and Mark McGwire, the Mash Brothers, back in the 80s, 90s was really fun. So, okay, this is interesting. We got some backwards cards here. Checklist, the infamous checklist. Chris Hammond, Steve Decker, Steve Bedrosian, Vince Coleman, another great player, Bud Black, and Dale Murphy, one of my favorite players from the 80s. Started off as a catcher, made his way to first base. Just a great all-around guy. Back-to-back MVPs. I think it was 86-87 or 87-88, one of those two, when he played for the Braves. But really enjoyed watching him play. Well, I think I'm just going to throw those on the floor. Terry Pendleton, Albert Bell, another one that a lot of people collected. Sandy Alomar, another one a lot of people collected back then. Kevin Maas was hot at the time. Alan Trammell and Doug Simmons and Mike Timlin. For all you new collectors out there, just to be aware, some of these names that we're pulling up are guys that were just as hot as your Randy Arozarena or Ryan Mountcastle today, but happened to not have a very good career. So that's one of the things you got to be aware of in collecting. Guys might come out of the minors as a hot prospect, but might bomb, or they might be a Mike Trout and do really well, or Alex Rodriguez. Corey Snyder was another one of those. Gary Carter, Wade Boggs. What a great baseball player. Benny Santiago, he was one of those ones that everybody was touting is going to be one of the greatest all-time catchers. Did not happen. Junior Felix, another Nolan Ryan. Nice. David Justice, another one, and Juan Bell. All right. Let's see if we can get moving a little bit. I know you guys are just reeling in excitement, anticipation with this product. I mean, I appreciate anybody that's watching this longer than 15 seconds. It's quite great. There we go. Donnie Baseball. Good looking cards. Scott Sanderson, Devin White, Bernie Williams, Jack Morris, some more Will Clark, Mel Rojas, and Barry Jones. Some more Hall of Famers there. Don Mattingly, on the other hand, I don't know that he's going to make it in the Hall of Fame. He's fun to collect. Great guy. Just great all-around guy to collect. But I don't know that his numbers are going to be there. So I hope he does make it in the Hall of Fame. Love to see him make it there. Jimmy Key, Cecil Fielder, 50 home run kind of guy that back in the day, there wasn't a lot of home runs being hit. He was the guy that was hitting them. George Bell, Gary Carter, another Wade Boggs, Benny Santiago, Julio Jr. Felix, and another Nolan Ryan. Another good-looking card. I'll have to look and see what these are going for graded, because these are, the centering on these have actually been quite fantastic, especially for this product. And I'll have to check some of the numbers. Maybe we'll do a send-in and then do a reveal on some of these cards that we've pulled lately. Pete Shorrock, Bobby Thigpen, Willie Wilson, Dave Stieb, Will Frazier, Lance Dixon, and another Kirk Gibson. Maybe what we'll do here is make our life just a little easier and can move things along just a little quicker. We'll pull these out, shut that. All right, there we go. All right, let's get to ripping. All right, Junior Felix, another Nolan Ryan, David Justice, Tom Bell, Joe Carter, John Olerud, Kevin Mitchell. Really like Kevin Mitchell. He had a one-handed grab that I saw one time, barehanded in left field. It was an amazing catch. It was one of those highlights that just made you feel good, kind of like the Tim Anderson home run the other day at the Field of Dreams when the White Sox beat the Yankees. So sorry. Oh, there we go, guys. That's what I've been looking for too. Ken Griffey Jr. off center, which I was hoping it wouldn't be, but you know what? That's okay. Getting the kid, being a Mariners fan growing up, born and raised Washington State, really liked watching Ken Griffey Jr. play. Watched him play in the Kingdom. In fact, caught a Carlton Fisk home run ball one time. Not a Ken Griffey Jr. home run ball, but Carlton Fisk when they played the White Sox in the Kingdom. So that was fun. Pedro Guerrero, Ansley Mullins, Todd Hundley, Jeff Conine, Eddie Murray, Louis Soho, and Pat Tabler. Rest in peace, Kingdom. That place was loud. I tell you what, you want to talk about a loud environment to play any kind of sports, that place was exciting. Ceiling tiles falling down and everything. Joe Carter, John Olerud, Kevin Mitchell, Tom Hank, Glenn Davis, Darren Lewis, the Carlton Fisk, Mo Vaughn. Mo Vaughn again, 22 home runs, 295. I mean, back in the day, this guy played pretty good, but it's hard to stay consistent in sports. To do it year after year after year after year, like guys like Ted Williams and Mickey Mantle, and guys like Tony Gwynn. Tony Gwynn, I mean, look, 4 home runs, but batting average of 309, 72 RBIs, 177 hits. What a great player. What a great guy. Another one, Frank Thomas. 7 home runs, 330 batting average. For such a large guy, he had a really good eye for the ball. Kobe Brooks, Tim Nearing, Danny Jackson, Moises Alou, and Jack Clark. So curious to know what your guys' favorite late 80s, early 90s player was and why. We're going to be doing a giveaway. Once we hit 100 subscribers, we're going to randomly pick from our comments section. If you're a subscriber and you've made a comment, we will throw in a drawing, and we have some Michael Jordan cards. One will be graded that we will be throwing out as a giveaway to one lucky subscriber that's made comments. So those of you that subscribed, thank you. Keep subscribing and keep leaving comments. That will get you into that drawing. All right, Vince Coleman got a Barry Bonds, Bud Black, another Dale Murphy, Bernard Gilkey, Roberto Alomar, Dave Parker, and the great Ozzie Smith, the back-flipping Ozzie Smith. Love watching that guy play. I always run out on the field and do a backflip. Those of you that remember him, It's kind of his thing. All right, Cal Ripken Jr. Roger Clemens, got to meet him at Innings Festival and get his autograph. One of these days, I'm going to share that story with you guys. Love the living daylights out of this guy. He has to be in the Hall of Fame. He shouldn't be kept out. People claimed that he used PEDs. He claims that he doesn't. There hasn't been any proof. There's no way why he shouldn't be out. Wonderful guy. Nice, down to earth kind of guy. So love Roger Clemens. Danny Martinez, Jeff Reardon, Otis Nixon, Gary Scott, Mike Brodericker, and Tim Wallace. So we're more than halfway through, guys. Thanks for holding on to your, keeping your patience up. I know some of this stuff's kind of hard to get through, but all right, Dave Stewart, Dave Winfield, Tino Martinez, Chris Nabholtz, Wade Taylor, Ruben Sear, another one of those guys that was really good back in the day. 18 home runs, 280 batting average, pretty good. Another one of those guys that just, there's Jose Canseco, just one of those guys that played really, really well, and the card companies ate it up. They did a lot of special edition Ruben Sierra cards back in the day. Played for Texas, so. All right, Ray Langford, another George Brett, Chris Hoyles, Dave Smith, Leo Gomez, Jose Offerman, Dwight Evans. Got his rookie card, but that's back in the 70s, Terry Shumpert. Be interesting to know anybody out there that has watched a baseball game in an old stadium that no longer exists. Be good for you to share your experience that you had, similar to the one that I had in the Kingdome. So, all right, we got Brian Barnes, Dave Righetti, Shannon Dunston, Ryan Sandberg, Juan Gonzalez, Paul Molitor, Greg Olson, and Pete Incaviglia. Again, Juan Gonzalez was one of those ones that had pretty good batting average, 289. 4 home runs. A few years there that he hit quite a few home runs, but then kind of fizzled out into the 90s. So, all right, we're just about through it. I think I might be getting carpal tunnel disease here from all this. Tim the Rock Raines. Save that again for Darren. Mark Whitten, Jimmy Keys, Cecil Fielder, George Bell, Gary Carter, Wade Boggs, and Benito Santiago. '91 Premier Baseball. Dave Justice, Juan Bell, Joe Carter, John Olerud, Kevin Mitchell, Tom Hank, Glenn Davis, Darren Lewis. I'm trying to keep this under 20 minutes, so we got to hurry. Carlton Fisk, Mo Vaughn, Tony Gwynn, Frank Thomas, Fred McGriff, Hoobie Brooks, Tim Naring, and Danny Jackson. You know, back in the junk wax here, they didn't put a lot of what's called inserts. They're just standard set. So Moises Alou, Jack Clark, Ray Langford, George Brett, Chris Hoyles, Dave Smith, Leo Gomez, and Jose Offerman. It wasn't until a few years later that you started seeing autographs and things of that nature that were being put in there that really started getting collectors excited again. So, all right, Dwight Evans, Terry Shumpert, Brian Barnes, Dave Righetti, Shannon Dunston, Ryan Sandberg, Juan Gonzalez, and Paul Molitor. Again, I want to hopefully hit one more Griffey that's a little bit better centered. All right. Greg Olson, Pete Incaviglia, Tim the Rock Raines, Mark Whitten, Jimmy Key, Cecil Fielder, George Bell, and Dennis Eckersley. Right? Great pitcher, Dennis Eckersley. Feared reliever. Between him and the Bash brothers, the A's were pretty incredible back in the day. Andre Dawson, Danny Darwin, Andres Galarraga, Brett Butler, Don Mattingly, Donnie Baseball, another good-looking card. Scott Sanderson, Devon Waite, and Bernie Williams. Bernie Williams was a pretty good Yankee. All right. We've got 4 or 5 cards left, packs left. All right. We got Jack Morris, Will Clark, Mel Rojas, Barry Jones, Ken Griffey Jr. Dang, I wish that was just a little better on the centering. But you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. It's still the kid. 22 home runs and a batting average of 300. Look at that kid. That was back in the day. Pedro Guerrero, Hensley Mullins, and Todd Hundley. In fact, I don't even think in this set that they really identified rookies by some kind of rookie shield. So Eric Davis, Alex Cole, Ricky Henderson, Terry Pendleton, Albert Bell, Sandy Alomar, Alex Fernandez, Kevin Maas. Which Kevin Maas, a lot of people really liked him and collected him. Thought he was going to be another one of these great, Derek Jeter types for the Yankees. The Yankees seem to have a pretty good farm team. They usually farm all their good players from the Mariners. So, all right, Alan Trammell, Doug Simmons, Mike Timlin, Corey Snyder, Dennis Eckersley, Ivan Calderon, Dan Hasse, and Dave Daly. All right, we got 3 packs left. This is a marathon, guys. Let's see if we can sprint it out and make it past the finish line. Oh, Kirby Puckett. There's a good-looking card. Rest in peace, Kirby Puckett. Gary Gaetti, Earl Horshiser, Bob Ojeda, Kirk Dressendorfer, Howard Farmer, Willie McGee, and Mickey Morandini. All right, we got 2 left, guys. Again, thanks for hanging out for Junk Wax Saturday. Doesn't rhyme, doesn't make any sense, but we're gonna call it that. Delino DeShields, Ron Gant, Kelly Gruber, Milt Kyler, Darryl Strawberry, when he finally got cleaned up and went to the Dodgers. How about that, guys? Look at that. We got Doc Good and Darryl Strawberry back to back. That is cool. There's a 30 for 30 about those guys, and you should watch it. It's really good. Darryl Strawberry has really got his life back together. I think he's a preacher now. But they explained the way things were when they played for that Mets team. That Mets team was quite a crazy team back in the 80s. A lot of really, really good talent. But, man, those guys were partiers. They were like the Dennis Rodmans of baseball. So, all right, last pack, guys. Robin Yount. It's a good card. Steve Bedrosian, another checklist. Chris Hammond, Steve Decker, Pete Shirks, and Bobby Thigpen. That's it, guys. We got a stack. We got a stack of stuff. We got a stack that's probably worth about 38 cents, but man, that was fun opening this 1991 O-PEE-CHEE Premier. You guys leave a like, go out and subscribe, and leave a comment. All of the subscribers that leave a comment will be in the drawing for a Michael Jordan graded card and a few of his other rarer cards. I guarantee you'll be glad that you did. Again, thanks for checking in to Colorado's Cardboard Kings Sports Cards channel, and we'll see you on the flip side.